I'm Jade Zoe and this is Keys to the City. We're here to show you London, a city that's well known as one of the creative capitals of the world, and to find out more about its constant hustle, effortless cool and endless opportunity. We'll be linking up with some locals to help us uncover the amazing fashion, food, music and culture that the city has to offer, and to find out all the reasons why so many people flock here. First up, we connect with award-winning R&B singer Ray BLK at a vintage store in East London's Brick Lane. You're the winner of BBC's Sound of 2017. How did it feel winning that?
Yeah, it was great. It was a surprise to me, and it was an incredible feeling. It was that moment where it felt like hard work had paid off. It's a crazy alumni to be a part of, but it just makes me more excited because at the time when those artists also won the award, like Adele, Jessie J and whatnot, they were still just starting, so they saw some potential in them to become the global stars that they have.
How do you think the fashion in London represents the culture and the lifestyle?
Just effortless. It's just naturally cool. People from London, we're very relaxed and we're not over the top. And I think that's the same with our fashion, where we can be stylish, but it doesn't need to be garish or really in your face. And that's just how we are, like British people. We're a bit quieter, we're a bit more reserved, and I think you see that in our London fashion.
You've mentioned your songs tend to be about women, confidence and strength.
Yeah.
How important do you think it is that women have songs like that?
I think very important. Music has such a big influence on people's lives, I think, and for so many people music is like a source of like enrichment, or makes them feel better, or gives them strength, or helps them get over a breakup. So I think it's important to have strong positive messages for women.
Next we meet up with Kitty Cowell, a stylist and co-founder of blog The Unisex Mode. We hit Sneakersnstuff on Shoreditch High Street to talk about London's unique style and how to make it in the city. What do you think of fashion as a way to express yourself?
I mean, it's the only way I know how. I'm dyslexic, like really, really dyslexic. So my way of expressing myself has always been artistic or creative in some way or form. And growing up in the middle of nowhere in the countryside, I was like nowhere near cool shops, right? So I used to customize everything. I used to like rip up my jeans, spray paint them, screen print t-shirts. So it's a massive part of showing who I am.
And where do you see the style and the fashion going in the future?
It's a bit like a massive school where you've got like the punk rockers and the skaters, and then you've got like the fashionistas who are very prim and proper, and you've got streetwear kids and sneakerheads, where that all used to be very separated. Like, I have friends that just listen to like heavy metal, right? And you wouldn't have seen them dead in anything but a pair of Dr. Martens or Vans. Like, that was their life. But they've really, really gotten into sneaker culture because Vans and Dr. Martens have collaborated with those brands, which has made that scene interested in another scene.
There's so many creative people in London. What do you think it is about London that produces them or attracts them to come to this city?
There are two things. Like with London, people come here because they're like opportunity. It's the biggest city, it's the most exciting city, it's the capital. Everybody comes here to find a job. For me personally, the reason I had to is because my job doesn't exist elsewhere. Being a fashion stylist, I had to be here, like there's no way out. If you're moving here, you've got that really high rent to deal with, meeting new people, trying to get that job, and if it's creative, everybody wants that job that you're after. If you're not nice, kind, honest, people will realise that in 2 minutes in London. And at the same time, you've just got to be strong and like know what you're after and go out and get it.
In Shoreditch, we catch up with Lilo Blues and Jessie Rose from Irish rap group Hare Squead to discuss their origins and what draws them to a city like London. You met Jessie and Tony over the internet and you guys kind of started making music over FaceTime. Can you tell me how that kind of happened and then how you brought the band together?
I knew of Jessie like through Facebook, because she used to put up covers and I used to put up like rap covers as well. The music scene in Dublin is pretty small, so everybody knows each other. I think it was just like one day we were in town and then we bumped into each other and I was like, oh, you're that guy who puts up covers, and he was like, yeah, you're that guy. And then we started making music from there.
We're from Ireland, so like Ireland is formerly known for like shamrocks and leprechauns, but we're black people from Ireland, so like that in itself is already a cultural shock. We're first generation like Irish people, so a lot of first generation Irish people are bringing something new to the country. I feel like we've been sponges and we've kind of soaked in a lot of like different places from, like, we'd randomly know like the Florida scene, and then I'd probably know like 1 or 2 artists in like Australia, and then a couple in the UK, and then Congo, Nigeria, freaking just everywhere. Cause it's like, we're not from like any of these like specific scenes, and our place doesn't have a real kind of, you know? So it's kind of just like bubbling.
Do you think there are more opportunities in London than there are back home?
There's opportunity at home, but like, to do what we're trying to do, you have to go everywhere. You can't just limit yourself to London, you can't limit yourself to New York, Australia, you gotta be everywhere, man.
Next we take the tube to Brixton and meet up with rapper Ty to check out the records at Lion Vibes in Brixton Village. Ty, we're in Brixton and you've taken me to this record store. Can you tell me why you took us to this record store?
This is the mighty Lion Vibes, and it's become like the hub of somewhere to come if you're aficionado about reggae. I'm a Brixtonite, born and bred, so I love the feel that I get when I'm in these type of establishments where that kind of celebrate reggae culture, black culture, and they celebrate unapologetically. Yeah, it doesn't matter where you come from, we love what we love, so we listen to it, and this is a spot that people come to get that. The music scene in Brixton is always part and parcel of more. People live here and make music, so Basement Jacks, studios down the road, Section Boys, all are from the manor, are from the area, Gigs is from down the road, Peckham. Brixton is one of those places where you're very likely to see an auntie shopping, as well as to see a superstar walking around having coffee. It's that type of place.
Moving on, Brixtonite and soca MC Trini Gladiator takes us to Fish Wings and Tings to talk Notting Hill Carnival and London's Caribbean connection.
A lot of people would know it for Caribbean food, and of course we've come here to a Caribbean spot, but now there's everything you can think of. And it's almost become a food destination as well. So a lot of people would come say, yo, we're gonna go to Brixton, you can get anything you want, eat whatever you want, and then of course go out and party and so on as well. It's sort of a good hub for us where, you know, you say, all right, Fish Wing and Tings, Friday at 7 o'clock, even though most people would arrive 8:30, even though you say 7. But, you know, that's the spot to meet, eat, chill, relax, or lime, as we say in Trinidad, which is to hang out. To lime is like to hang out. So come on lime, have some rum, and then move on to whatever's next. Carnival's sort of the last bank holiday weekend of August. Is one of the biggest parties they've ever seen. And it's actually a free party. So, you know, London festivals in Oz, I've been to quite a few, or wherever, you need to pay a big fee to go and see all of these people. But in Notting Hill Carnival, it's just in the streets. And that's where it started from. It was just street parties, sort of block parties, carnival parades, soca parades. So you can see everybody from the biggest soca artists to people like Craig David and Shy FX, to BBK, to whoever else around in the heart of West London for free.
Carnival is it's one of the most fun occasions that you can have as an artist, because I remember coming when I was like 16. Yeah, it was 16, 17, and Rewind was just starting off. So I came to Carnival with my mates. We'd driven up, I was in the middle of the crowd, found one of the biggest sound systems with huge speakers towering up into the sky. We're there just chilling and vibing, and next thing the DJ goes, into selector, and it goes into Rewind, and then we're looking at each other and we're like, gassed. And then we're looking around and there was just like so many people, hardest guys turning up, beautiful girls all singing, Craig David all over you. And I'm standing there like, I'm just gassed, this is mad. And then I never got the opportunity to do Carnival until about 2 or 3 years ago when Shy FX asked me to come to a stage, and I was like, I'm actually feel like I'm that kid again. And I played Rewind as my first tune, and to see the people go off, I was like, I was back in the crowd and I was back DJing, and it's unbelievable.
How does London bring out your creativity?
London has this ability of meshing different sounds and styles together. So when I grew up, I was listening to drum and bass, or jungle really, which was more kind of dancehall and the drum and bass. And then if you listen to grime music that's going on now, because of the tempos of grime being at like 140 BPM, really it's like halftime, 70 BPM is going to be a trap tune. So then you're seeing why there's a real connection between trap artists. You're seeing, like, say, Drake and Giggs hooking up, because they can work on the same record together because it feels natural on that. And I think that's what I love, because everyone's like, you know what? If you want to throw a little dancehall in the middle of a grime tune, it's okay. There's like no barriers. London just brings out that grit. it's real. It's like, I mean, Miami is beautiful to live if you want to enjoy the palm trees, enjoy the sun and the beach. Don't get me wrong, my home is still there. But London is about, are you about this? Yeah. I want to see the lighter crew. I want to see the gunfinger crew. I want to see people who are just like mosh pitting. It's a different kind of feel than what I experienced when I was in a hot climate like that, because I felt that musically I became a little bit lethargic and a little bit slow about things. Where here it's like fast paced. You come in, you jump on the train because the train's leaving. But the way I'm going on with things at the moment is like, man's the conductor, the driver of the train and the ticket collector. So my train is going.
To finish up, one of the forefathers of grime, Lethal Bizzle, joins us over some jerk chicken at Cotton's Rum Shack to talk about how the UK music scene has changed in his time in the game.
I feel maybe grime has been at the forefront maybe the longest in terms of just the identity of the artist and the success. And now we've got Stormzy who's here and he's killing it. I think there'll be just so much creative people here, and I think we're so much appreciative to new sounds, you know, like from jungle to drum and bass to garage, which formed into grime, and then dubstep came in, which I feel was just a cousin of grime. And then now we've got this Afro swing kind of vibe. I don't know what they want to call it. Afro beats, Afro swing with the J Husses and stuff, you know, and that will evolve into something else, you know. I just think it's just a part of, maybe it's a different cultures. There's so many, like, obviously London's a multicultural place as well, so everyone just wants to hustle. And I think now, more importantly, there's examples of what your hustle can achieve, where I think before, when we was doing it, was shooting in the dark, because me, Wiley, Dizzy, Kano, even when I started, Skepta wasn't even a rapper. Skepta was a DJ when I started. He used to DJ for JME. Like I said, we didn't really know how far this thing can go. So we were just having fun, enjoying it, see how far it would take us. But now, like, people like Stormzy can look and be like, rah, like, look at Dizzy, or look at Bizzle, or look at Wiley, or look at Skepta. Like, there is a career in this now. So I think it's just going to keep evolving.
With one busy day in London down, we look ahead to exploring the bustling city even further with the help of Lady Leisha, DJ Semtex, Lotto Boys and more in the next episode of Keys to the City.